The MPC boss has written to the Senate arguing that the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu recommends biometric population census capturing as a way of ascertaining the population index within the Nigerian state and across different regions. This will authenticate and enhance the fight against insurgency and other security matters. This, he believes, will be the way forward. But I truly believe and strongly agree that the North will not accept any form of biometric capturing or population census that will involve biometric capturing. Why? Because they understood that they will be exposed. You know, the system adopted within the Nigerian state, where most especially in the North, is being based on estimations, round of numbers. Some areas that are not accessible for whatever reasons are best known to them. Now that it involves clearly biometric capturing, the North will also oppose it because they will give reasons that perhaps because of religious inclinations or religious issues, certain people or their wives might not be exposed to the public. This has posed a great threat to having accurate population census within the Nigerian state. And no one can actually ascertain what is the population density of people living within a certain region. And most importantly, now that insecurity have displaced so many communities in the north and other regions of the country, it is quite the urban migrations and the migrations as a result of insecurity, people living in IDP displaced camps, and the nefarious activities of insurgents, Boko Haram, banditry, will also hamper this process. It is quite clear, not in doubt, that one could not actually have the accurate population index or density within the Nigerian state. And it's very important for any responsible government to make their policies and programs how to better the lot of Nigerians. But with all these challenges, most especially in the north, it is pretty difficult. In previous years, about 19 years ago, what was used to determine the population index of the north are just by approximations. So it was not the real or the actual figures represented in the captured population census. And this has so many implications and sometimes could be a misrepresentation of what actually the population is. So basing on approximation does not give a better statistics or could be used to deduct certain economic values or decisions because it does not reflect the true position of the population index within certain regions. Some persons might just fake it, might just blow it up because they want to attract certain advantage from the center when they claim they are more populated. You know, nobody will argue because there are areas you will not even be allowed to approach or access. And this is given a very serious concern. Even with this recommendation of population biometric capture, that threat, that constraint will also be there because there is nothing you can do about that. So by my own recommendations, well, let's see how far the president will go with that. Because if it involves capturing of biometrics, well, that is a good one. And more especially in the past, why it could not be conducted during Jonathan time, because the NPC boss recommended that in that census, population census, that people's identity, people, religion, people, ethnic nationality must be indicated. They not oppose that for whatever reasons best known to them. And today is history. So if actual population will be conducted and involving biometrics, identity of the person, regardless of wherever he or she resides, his or her ethnic nationality must be prioritized in determining, as a determining factor to decipher which population or ethnic nationality are the majority, because there are confusions and contentions with the urban migrations and the rest of them. The actual identity or the actual population strength of each ethnic nationality cannot be captured. Not until this is done, a holistic overview of this must be put into considerations if we must get the actual data or the actual records of what should be validated about issue of population, who are the majority, which region are the most populous, which ethnic nationalities, which religion as well are the most populous or the biggest in Nigeria. This will help to solve certain issues and arguments. But with that come to play, with that see the light of the day, of course, definitely the North will oppose biometric capturing, they will oppose ethnic identification, they will oppose religious identification or capturing within the census. That if those three important issues of concern are not being raised or captured within the census, so it will be a mere jamboree. The intention, original intention of ascertaining the level, the number of people who are Muslims. Sometimes the Muslims claim they are more populated, but that isn't true. What we put to rest this endless argument is capturing through biometrics and designation of each individual's ethnic nationality and religion must as well be considered, should be part of the considerations. Then we will get to know the way forward for this country. Well, as usual, the tax reform has been vehemently opposed and resisted by the North for obvious reasons, that it does not protect their interests, or it is not to their own advantage, they believe, and as such, they will continue to oppose it vehemently and make sure that it does not see the light of the day. But is population census a necessary evil? It's a necessary end, of course, and there is no other better time to solve these certain problems bedeviling the Nigerian state. We must get to know who is who, and with that, perhaps, will help in other related security matters. Let's know who are coming in, who are the ones going out. It's important for the government to prioritize this and insist that all those factors must be considered in the next population census capturing. Otherwise, it will be a just mere, of course, jamboree. People are hopeful and expectant that when the next population will be conducted, their identity, their ethnicity, their religion will be captured. And by this, you get to know and reveal certain things that have been playing out over the years. Let's get to know what is your take. Will this be a success, or will it also be vehemently opposed by the northern blocs, who has their own vested interests on any issue of this nature. Let's get to hear your own perspective regarding this. But for Tinubu, well, this will be another deadly blow to the Fulanis and the northern people, cabals, oligarchs, who have taken such undue advantage in inflating their population index by estimations. Now, if capturing biometric should be involved or integrated into this process, then the actual value, and not just the inflected value or approximate value, or estimated value as the case is, will be revealed. And that will ascertain the actual position in terms of who and and what must be done to rectify certain issues and arguments that have remained a subject of controversy, and of course our portioning or allocations of the common resources. Well, Tinubu perhaps might, might insist that no one would discard the biometric capture for whatever reason he is preferring or suggesting that biometric should be one of the conditions or factor in this next population census. Well, let's get to know what is your own take regarding this and what you think could be the intricacies and the ups and downs, perhaps challenges or the breakthroughs that could be recorded in the course of this or after the eventual exercise. Thank you for watching.